Seattle, Washington. It's This Is Not Late Night with Tyler Barker. Comedy, sports, travel, and whatever else he can get away with. And now,
please welcome your host, Tyler Barker.
All right. Hello. Hi. Thank you so much for coming to the show. I'm Tyler, and today's topic is going to be about the NFL. So, I wrote on my notes here that the legitimate community political issue, it touches on international representation, systematic barriers in sports, fairness, cultural equity, global opportunity is what I'm talking about today. So, the NFL is a global entertainment industry. We all may know that. Some say the NFL is the no fun league because they're really strict about certain topics or players doing fun things and celebration dances. But yes, the no fun league, right? But the issue that I'm talking about today is the legit community of the political issue is that there's no international representation. However, they do put flags, like if you're culturally like Italian, they do put the Italian flag on the helmet. But my topic that I'm talking about is actually so international players get to actually play in the NFL. And so what I wrote down in my notes is that international representation, if they actually add those international players, systematic barriers in sports, fairness, cultural equity, and global opportunity, right? So the NFL is a global entertainment industry. We already know that. But players overwhelmingly come from the pipeline U.S. colleges. So that's kind of like the barrier where like most players come from. And so it's hard for the international folks who play football can actually join the NFL. And it's really about what creates culture, identity, and letting other international folks get to play in the NFL. But it's hard because the pipeline of college students who play football get to go to the combine and pick out the players, so the international players don't actually get to join in the NFL. So what I realized that for players who want to play in the NFL that's culturally in different cultures, it's hard because they don't have the immigration and work visa barriers, the lack of international recruiting investments, system favoriting U.S. athletes, and limited mobility for global players. And so this makes a political community advocacy issue because we have to wait until 2028 to see those football players to join the actual NFL or the Olympics is what I'm trying to say. Because in 2028, the NFL is also joining the Olympics. So those NFL players that are current players can actually join into those countries that represent their heritage or their cultural background. For example, Jaden Daniels is the quarterback for the Washington Commanders. And recently, he actually just put a Japanese flag on his helmet. And the whole entire public was like, oh my God, what? He's Japanese? I didn't know that. That's crazy. So we get a divide between people who support that and people who don't actually support that. And so then instead of actually listening and actually getting his perspective up to why he put it on there, so we got to use that rhetorical listening from other players' perspectives because they have different cultural backgrounds that they want to represent. And I think that's amazing. So that got me thinking, wouldn't it be so amazing if people from different countries, people in Japan who are actually really good at playing football never get the chance to actually play in the NFL. And so the NFL is if they use rhetorical listening, they can actually get the understanding of different athletes from different countries and continents that want to play, but it's hard because they can't do that because it's a lot of different issues like scouting talent in global leagues would be tough. But what I wrote, what the NFL should do is that they should scout talent in global leagues, right? Partner with football programs in other countries, have other teams go out to those different countries and actually scout those athletes who actually want to be part of the NFL. And I think that'd be so cool. Imagine during the off season, you can have different teams go to different countries and scout out the really good players and have them join in the combine during the spring. I think that'd be so cool. Wouldn't that be amazing? But the NFL doesn't want to do that because it's the no fun league. So the rhetorical listening comes from what the fans want and what we're trying to say, but they won't actually listen. So it's hard for them to do that, you know? And so another thing that I looked up or was talking to one of my friends is that what if we did like create an international NFL combine? Wouldn't that be so cool? Like imagine like just for international players only, they get their own combine. That would be so cool. I think that would be amazing. And so then also the NFL should develop visa support for athletes. So if you're a national athlete, NFL should support those visas. But yeah, they should support them because like it's only fair for them to actually join and really have different players and different, you know, to actually if the NFL really cared for this, they would actually invite different players from different countries to actually join an international combine and let them have a chance to play in the NFL. That is my rhetorical listening, and we've got to use that and to tell that to the NFL, because if they don't, then there's no real international representation, because then it's all, you know, for money, and we're just gonna go for sales, and we're gonna go to these countries. It's good, but I really want to see like an Italian kicker actually make a field goal. You know, and then like it's like, whoa, this dude is really good. I'm like, oh my god. So that's what I was really thinking, because I really think it's amazing. And like it's crazy because like other sports already do this. For example, Shohei Ohtani, he's from Japan. Like what? And he's already won like 2 World Series. Like, dude, that's crazy. And so why doesn't the NFL do that? And I think if we actually push this political issue, then maybe they can actually start to like listen, but they probably won't. And so that's my frustration, because the NFL is the no fun league, but yet there's like thousands of fans who actually watch it. But if we actually have more international players, it'll benefit for the NFL and the fans as well. And so that's what I think. Yeah. Not just for international tickets, you know. That's my issue. That's my thought. Yeah.